Welcome back to Focus on Crestview. I'm Derek Lott, the president of the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce, and today we've got our July breakfast sponsor, the Okaloosa County TDC, Mark Bellinger. We've been talking a little while about all these things that you do to help bring business to our area and let people in the world know what wonderful beaches and fun we have down here, and help us all make a little money. And we learned a lot about how the TDC gets funding and some of the initiatives the TDC has. And you know, now I'd like to kind of learn a little bit about maybe switch gears to some other efforts the TDC has, and one of them I know you and our own Greg Donovan with the Okaloosa County Airports have worked real hard with one of our newest area businesses, Vision Airlines, and they've been great in bringing people down here. And I know you've got a few things you want to tell us about with what you guys have done.
Sure. I think Greg Donovan, Mike Stenson, and everyone at VPS did a wonderful job with Vision. They should deserve all the credit, the kudos. Just a beautiful job. And we're humbled to be a part of it and to tag team with them in some marketing and advertising initiatives. Even though we know the airport's doing a lot of marketing and advertising, of course, for all the airlines, and specifically with Vision with their startup here at VPS. But yes, we were able to partner with Vision Airlines and do a lot of traditional and non-traditional marketing initiatives. I think if you're looking for something that might be new or different that we're going to try, is Vision just purchased 2 recreational vehicles for us, and we're in the process right now, should be done in about a week or 2, of wrapping those 2 vehicles with all of our images from our destination, and putting our logos on there with our website, with their logos, their website on there. And what we want to do is just a good old traditional guerrilla marketing. Starting in the fall through the winter, we'll select maybe a couple dozen cities throughout the, say, southeastern United States, the Midwest, maybe go up a little bit more, and really schedule them where we go to cities that have major events, like maybe Atlanta Falcons and the football team's playing, and we can schedule a media PR event there, do a tailgate party in their parking lot, be on TV, on the radio, do giveaways, such as where a person from my team, a person from Vision, and a person maybe from our lodging industry can meet us in certain cities. We go ahead and do our dog and pony trade and travel show giveaways, maybe a campaign, a sweepstakes. We show our beautiful white sand. We have our LED screens with an ongoing loop, continuous loop, just showing all the amenities and attractions that we have to offer. And maybe we end up, you know, we go 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks in a number of cities, even going up to Chicago and St. Louis and Cleveland and Columbus, and maybe up to Niagara Falls and Toronto, where they're going to be flying again in the fall and winter. And maybe we end in New York City on Times Square, and we put out all of our beautiful white sand in Times Square, and we conduct a media event there, ending our guerrilla marketing. So it's been a pleasure to partner with Vision. I think they're very innovative, very aggressive. And for the airport, VPS, just to allow us to be a small part of their initiatives, we're just tickled pink. And I think Vision is doing very well. And I think the airport is having a fantastic year, as we have heard. Their April and May figures are just out of sight with employments, deplayments, and the amount of visitation that they got going through that airport. And I think the other airlines are doing very well as well. So Greg Donovan, you know, if you're listening here, thank you very much for allowing us to partner with your airport.
So it's truly been a team effort with a private industry such as Vision Airlines, who's new to our area, and then our own county airport system working together, and then your organization just thinking outside the box with wrapping on vans and sand you're bringing to places that might not have seen our sand before, to do whatever you can to get people thinking about why they would want to come down here.
I think so. You got to try with a tourism agency or any kind of sales and marketing. You got to think outside the box these days. We're so cluttered with ads and marketing, and what's going to stand out? What's going to be different from the consumer's point of view that maybe they haven't seen before? What are they going to remember, and what's going to take them to go ahead and make that reservation and book that airline and book that lodging facility to come down here and visit us for that southern hospitality. But our lodging industry and our restaurants did a good job with package plans too with Vision, so I got to throw them a kudo in addition to that.
You know, you mentioned the travel industry. I know there's travel writers, and a lot of times it's important in your industry to get them to come down here and spend time and make them feel at home. And they write a nice article, and of course that's a lot of non-traditional advertising dollars you might get out of that, because if they write a good article, people all over the world will read it, and then they'll want to come here. But one of the issues with that is it does cost money to get them here, and you've come up with a kind of unique, high-tech way to let people in other areas of our world see what it's like to be on the Emerald Coast. And I think you know what I'm talking about.
A little headset there, or maybe doing some virtual reality. I think that's where you're going.
Yeah, there you
with
go.
That. You're correct, Derek. I think, you know, a lot of travel writers, they travel all over the world, and especially in the United States. And a lot of times they just either they don't have time or they don't have the money on their own to come down here. And then, of course, our partners are pitching in to host them as well. But what we decided to do is go ahead and film our area in virtual reality, and in addition 3D, which means that if you're walking on the beaches, you feel like you're walking in the beaches. If you're swimming, you feel like you can touch the water, feel the water. You feel like you're at the Golfarium, at the racetrack, at the museums. And what it will be is about an 8 to 10 minute loop, and we'll have a professional virtual reality headset. We'll probably have about a couple dozen of them. And for a travel writer that can't come down here for the first time, we'll mail them our destination to them. And at their convenience and at their leisure, they'll go ahead and put the headset on and visit our area just like they were here. And we can specifically target certain areas of our attractions for the magazine that they're writing about. You know, if it's boating and leisure, which I'll give a plug. I think the Destin area in our area was voted the best place to boat and live recently by a pretty popular boating magazine. Well, if that's the case and they're into boating, we'll make sure that that virtual tape has everything to do with boating and living and all the attractions that has to do with it. So I think that's thinking out of the box a little bit, filming our area in 3D, and we could show 3D images with glasses and the whole bit at your traditional trade and travel shows. When you're going up and down the aisles and you see Destin there, or Emerald Coast, or Fort Walton Beach, with all the other destinations in the United States and the world that we're trying to attract business, you see us in 3D. I don't think there's another tourism agency that I've seen so far that have filmed their area in 3D.
So it's just another way
fun.
You're coming up with some neat, crazy, and outside the box ideas, but they seem to be working because people keep coming, and that's good. So you and your team definitely have a lot of energy and a lot of ideas, and y'all are definitely representing our area and our community well. We got a few more moments, but two things I wanted to make sure I asked you about. I heard something about America's Most Deserving Mom. Can you tell me real quickly what that's about so that everybody else out here can know what that is?
Sure, that concluded on Mother's Day, and that was a viral marketing campaign that we did. And the outcome of it, what we wanted to do is we want to advertise to the world that if you think your mom deserves the most deserving mom in the United States, then you develop and you create up to a 60-second video. You put that on to the Facebooks of the world and onto our sites, and you let the world vote for your video and let them determine is your video most deserving for your mom to win a 1-week vacation here on a beautiful estate home on the beach. And we like to thank Southern Resorts for that. You'll win a 2011 Buick Enclave SUV. You'll get $1,000 worth of spending money while you're here. So that concluded on Mother's Day. The award went to Miss Carol Daly out of Arlington, Texas, right between, I think, Dallas and Fort Worth. Yeah. We've talked to her often. We've made all the travel arrangements and travel plans with her, and she'll be down here in August for a 1-week vacation with 6 family members.
Well, good.
Yeah, so
I'm glad to hear that.
That campaign worked very well.
Yeah, that's a good way to get more attention for us. Again, you're always thinking outside of the box.
Yeah, it's a team effort. Yeah, it's others too.
Well, tell me real quick, why did you decide to join the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce? I mean, what does the Chamber do for the TDC?
I think chambers are really important. They really are, and they do a lot of things that are different than the TDC. But shortly after my arrival in May of last year, we did join the Crestview Chamber of Commerce. I think the most important is just communications back and forth. I think the northern part of the county and the southern part, we need to talk back and forth. Is there certain things we could do together? Is there some marketing and advertising we could probably do, or a special event in the future, and get us involved? back and forth for not only them learning about what we're doing, but we have to learn about what Crestview is doing. What's the northern part of the county doing? The military, the housing, the economy up there. And is there inner synergy that we can use in the future to partner together? And I think there is. I think it's a possibility where we can brainstorm with your chamber and your folks and even with the city of Crestview, and is there something that we could do in the future together? And I think that'll just benefit the entire area. I really do.
Yeah, I think there might be, you know, we don't have the beaches, but we are really one of the major ways to get to the beaches. And maybe in the future we can talk about how the chamber, and maybe we can get our city involved and some of our industry and hotels and restaurants involved, and we can participate in the TDC, and together we can help grow our area even better.
Let's do it. We'll make it happen.
Well, look, thanks so much for being our sponsor this month. We had a good time talking to you and learning about what you do at the TDC. Again, thanks to the TDC for sponsoring our breakfast this month. Thanks to Mark for his group coming and being so exciting and giving us all the information about what goes on to promote us in our area. At this time, I'd like to say thank you for watching Focus on Crestview. I'll see you next month. I hope to see you at the Chamber Breakfast. At this time, Karen Hardell with the Better Ledger Company and your President-elect of the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce is going to tell you about what's going on in the Chamber. Thank you a lot.
"24 miles of sugar white sand and emerald green waters. The only thing missing is you. This is your invitation to get a little sand in your soul. RSVP at emeraldcoastfl.com. Northwest Florida's Emerald Coast.